How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're using the Kilowattrel team again, so hopefully it goes well. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Today we're battling the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Joey Fontaine over there, and he's got a very powerful looking team. Go check out his channel, I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know who you think is going to win based on the team you see on screen right now, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's jump into the game. And the battle begins, so Joey Fontaine's going to lead off with Corviknight, as I ended up leading off with my Glimmora. So there's no point setting up Stealth Rocks on this thing because it's just going to defog them away. In which case, I'm just going to go straight to my Kilowattrel. They don't have a ground type, so we are in a decent position to just start firing off Thunderbolts. If we can get the Paralysis on the Baxcalibur or the Salamence, that'd be amazing. There we go, going to withdraw my Glimmora real quick. There's no point wasting it because, like I said, the Corviknight's just going to defog anyway. So we'll go into Tera real quick. The Kilowattrel, which is bigger than Corviknight somehow, as they actually withdraw their Corviknight themselves. And they're going to go into what? Earthworm? Fair enough, go into your Earthworm. Nice and shiny as well. I love the shiny Earthworm. I think it looks so cool. So I'm just going to fire off a Thunderbolt on this thing. It's got not very good special defense, so we should be able to do some serious damage and prevent it from going for a Shed Tail, as we are able to prevent it from going for a Shed Tail, which is great. So Stealth Rocks are going to come through, which is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to fire off another Thunderbolt on this Earthworm's face. I don't really see any reason not to go for a Thunderbolt against his team. Like I said, Baxcalibur or Roaring Moon cannot appreciate the Paralysis if we get the Paralysis, but also chip damage is chip damage at the end of the day. So they're going to withdraw the Earthworm real quick, and they're going to go into Skeledirge, which is fine. Don't think it's going to take a Thunderbolt too well, and he's got a full shiny team by the looks of it. So Thunderbolt comes through. Let's see how much damage we're talking. Not the best damage, to be fair. It does a lot, but it could have been better. Let's go for a Volt Switch and get on out of here. So Kilowattrel is looking pretty right now. Let's go for a Volt Switch. Does a lot of damage again. And we're going to get on out of there and go into something that can wall this Skeledirge, which is going to have to be, I'd say, Tauros to take the Fire type move. But if they go for a Will-O-Wisp right now, we're kind of screwed. I'm thinking Glimmora. We can go for the Earth Power. Then that just invites the Corviknight back in. We could also go Tyranitar. I'm thinking they go straight for a Torch Song though, or a Fire Blast or something like that, a Shadow Ball maybe. I'm going to go into Tauros. I think Tauros is the best play here. So we've already weakened their Earthworm, and we'll weaken this thing. Let's get the Intimidate off, not that it really matters, as they're going to go for a Flame Charge. Interesting. So Flame Charge Skeledirge. What an interesting set. So going to go straight for a Wave Crash. We should still outspeed a Skeledirge. They're not the fastest of the bunch, that's for sure. Unless he's like max speed timid. They're going to go for a Shadow Ball. They're staying in, which is surprising. And that's not going to KO us because we're a Tauros and we have got some decent bulk. We go for the Wave Crash. That's going to destroy the Skeledirge. Absolutely no chance in heck that was going to... That just wasn't going to work out for him, was it? It just wasn't going to work out, I'm afraid. We do lose some HP thanks to the Life Orb and the recoil from Wave Crash, but it's absolutely fine. At the end of the day, we're in a decent position. In comes Corviknight. So Corviknight's fine. I'm debating whether or not Wave Crash is better than Wild Charge here. I believe it is. I'm not going to Terastallize. I think Wild Charge is a bit better. It's super effective. It's not Stab, though. Whereas Wave Crash has got a higher base power and is Stab. I'm pretty sure they do roughly the same amount of damage, to be fair. I'll go for a Wave Crash, screw it. That way, if they switch out, it's going to do more damage as well. So it's going to do a good solid amount of damage to the Corviknight, which is always nice. Recoil is going to make us faint, and that means if they go for anything like a defog or whatever, it's not going to work. Which they go for a U-turn, which is fair enough. They go for the U-turn expecting the switch. But no, Tauros, he's done his job. Now, Kilowattrel gets to come in. And we know what happens when Kilowattrel comes in. We go straight for that Thunderbolt. So we're going to go into Kilowattrel real quick. There we go, Volterra. And we're going to go straight for that Thunderbolt. Nice and powerful. It should be able to KO the Corviknight. I don't think they stay in, though. They're definitely going to the Roaring Moon or the Baxcalibur here. They're going to withdraw the Corviknight. What are they going to go into, though, to take a Thunderbolt? That's the real question. They're going to go into Roaring Moon, which is absolutely fine. Nice and shiny. I do like shiny Roaring Moon. I think it looks really cool. So Thunderbolt's going to come through. It's going to do a decent bit of chip damage and no paralysis. So that's absolutely fine. We do outspeed. We can go for a Volt Switch if we want to. And that's always good as well, because if they're Tera flying, which they might be, which they wouldn't Tera flying on the Kilowattrel though, that's the thing. So Now we need to switch into this thing somehow. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is expecting a crunch or an outrage. I'm thinking Garchomp's not really doing anything for us this game. So I'm going to go into Garchomp. Garchomp seems like a reasonable switch here. So we'll go Garchomp. There we go. And they're probably going to Dragon Dance. They do Dragon Dance. Interesting. So this thing's probably going to go for an outrage now. Which is absolutely fine by me. I think. I don't know. I'm going to go for a Dragon Tail, get this thing out of here. They go for a Dragon Claw, not an Outrage. We should be able to live that. No, we don't. There was no chance in hell that we was ever living that. So Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet's going to dig in, which is absolutely amazing. And now we could go into Kilowattrel and risk a Hurricane, but I kind of need Kilowattrel to win this game, which is words I never thought I would ever say. I'm also thinking about Scizor. Scizor could be good here. I think I'm going to go Scizor. Because this thing, there's no way he's that guy that carries Fire Fang, right? There's no way he's that guy that carries Fire Fang. And I kind of want to go for a Defog. Do we Terrestrialize Fire here and go for a U-turn? What do I need Terrestrialization for? Not much. So I think going into a Fire type is going to be decent here. So let's Terrestrialize Fire and go for that nice and powerful U-turn. We still get a stab U-turn even though we're pure Fire type. We still keep all our original stabs. So U-turn will definitely KO, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go for a Fire Fang here or a Crunch. One of the two. He wouldn't go for an Earthquake, would he? Because that wouldn't do as much damage as Crunch does. They go for a Throat Chop, that's fair enough. Does a lot of damage, not enough to KO, as we're able to go for a U-turn, and just, there we go. Scizor gets the KO. Unfortunately, we did lose a lot of health from that, and we are now, unfortunately, going to be weak to Stealth Rocks on the switch back in, but so we'll save Scizor for fodder later. That Terrestrialization was completely pointless. Absolutely pointless, but it's absolutely fine. Roaring Moon is out of the way. Knock that off the list. Gonna go into my Iron Thorns Mesazord over here, because we are Dragon Dance, and we're gonna give him a taste of his own medicine right now, I think. I think we're going to give him a taste of his own medicine. So we're going to get that nice and powerful Quark Drive from the booster energy, boosting our attack by 1.3 times. And now they're probably going to go into Corviknight, right? They bring in the Iron Jugulis, which is terrifying. Nice and shiny, though. Very nice. I like Iron Jugulis. I think it's really cool, to be honest with you. I know it's like unpopular opinion and all that, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance here. I don't really know what this thing does. It goes Earth Power. They have Earth Power? That thing gets Earth Power? Are you kidding me right now? I could have sacked off Scizor. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. We've got the Kilowattrel in the back. We're doing just fine over here. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Thunderbolt on this thing. I see no reason not to. They are going to withdraw the Iron Jugulis. They're going to go into Excalibur more than likely, or they sack off the Earthworm. They are going to sack off the Earthworm, which is fair. It gets them a free switch into the Excalibur, which is absolutely fair enough indeed. Go for a Thunderbolt. That's going to take out the Earthworm. No problems there. We do need Kilowattrel to win this, though. They've got a Corviknight and they've got an Iron Jugulis left, which we need to get the KO on somehow. In comes Excalibur. So Excalibur comes in. And we're just going to go for a Volt Switch. And the reason I'm going for a Volt Switch, because they're probably going to go for a Dragon Dance here. Which is scary in itself. That Volt Switch does decent chip damage, which is always nice. And now I'm going to sack off Scizor. Because this is the only way we're going to win this, I think. So we'll go into Scizor real quick. There we go. We do die to Stealth Rocks, unfortunately. I shouldn't have Terrestrialized this thing. Should not have Terrestrialized this thing at all. That was a very bad play on my heart. For some reason, I had it in my head. I was like, Fire Fang, Fire Fang, Fire Fang. The Roaring Moon's going to go for a Fire Fang. And it just didn't. So if it did do that, it would have worked out a bit nicer. But it didn't. So we're kind of screwed now. Crap. What do we do here? We go... Oh, I think we get swept by Excalibur here. So Glimmora's going to come in now. We're going to get some Stealth Rock damage, which is a real shame. We go for Sludge Wave on the off chance we can get it off, but I don't think we can. They go for an Aqua Tail. That's going to KO us, unfortunately, but Aqua Tail? Really? I didn't think that got Aqua Tail. That's bizarre, if anything. So Toxic Debris is going to scatter some poisons their spikes, which is absolutely fine. It doesn't really mean anything to us anymore because the last two Pokemon are flying types. And they are Life Orb, though. Kilowattrel could still outspeed here. Kilowattrel is very fast. We could still outspeed. And go for a Hurricane and confuse it. And make it hit itself in confusion. That's the only way we can win this, right? Let's go for it. They go for a Glaive Rush. They do outspeed us. That's going to KO Kilowattrel. No chance in hell that we were living that. And that's going to be the game. So Joey Fontaine absolutely wiped us out with Excalibur. You know what? If I'm going to lose to anyone, I'd rather lose to Joey Fontaine. I'm never going to live this down. Never going to live this down. He's gonna post it in the Discord chat constantly. You should join the Discord server, by the way. It's linked down in the description below. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.